Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to my YouTube channel as well as Frankincense School of Mystical Arts. Our angel wisdom message today is all about fear. My guides and those on the other side have really been kind of nudging me for quite some time to talk about fear and how it is causing a lot of emotion, which is causing a lot of, within emotion, you can either go to anger, you can get upset, it can cause kind of a little bit of kind of confusion on, okay, what is real and what isn't? Is it fear? Is it my fear that is creating this? Or is it fear that, is it real or not? Sometimes fear can honestly take a life of its own. And it truly is an emotion that one will feed off another, will feed off another, will feed off another. And that then next thing you know, we've kind of lost perspective in a very strong way. And my guides and the angels on the other side reminded me of when I had crossed over about fear and how fear is the greatest grand illusion out there. It is, because fear can trigger every other emotion and it's not real. But often some of the darker energies kind of can tap into that and they can kind of feel where your fear is, and they will use that as a distraction, as a tool to kind of help you to kind of lose focus, to kind of get off on a tangent, clear over there when you should really be over here, where we kind of create thoughts of things that is not real, perhaps even in relationships. Perhaps we worry about whether or not someone is, that they're committed to us or not. Maybe they're talking to somebody else. Maybe they love someone else. Perhaps we have made something up in our head and that's not even real. Perhaps they put in different thoughts that's connected to the fear of maybe the relationship that you thought was really great isn't at all. And then yet as time passes, you realize the relationship was just fine. It was perfect. But it was the fear that creeped in over there that caused us to have the doubt and the worry that actually created, in many cases, it creates our fear to turn into a reality. And that can be the most vulnerable place that we can find ourselves. So fear has a way of tapping in to all of our thoughts, whether it be about health, finances, career, relationships, weather. It can totally tap into everything. And next thing you know, we're clear thinking about all kinds of crazy stuff that really isn't real. So Spirit is showing me and really urging me to talk to you to, it's really important, especially at this time. There's so many changes that's going on, and these changes will most likely continue for a very, very long time. And a lot of it is this mass spiritual awakening that is happening. And sometimes, often with a spiritual awakening, sometimes there are other triggers that happen that sometimes can affect a spiritual awakening, whether it be personally to you, towards you, or about you, or maybe sometimes on the planet as a whole. But sometimes we see where maybe somebody else is upset over something, if the planet or something is going through something, and then all of a sudden we make it about ourselves. And then all of a sudden we go into fear of, oh no, oh my gosh, is everything okay? Is it not? What if, what if, what if? But the what ifs is usually always connected to the fear, and it's an illusion. It's not real. It is very important that we keep certain things in perspective. So you hear something on the weather that, okay, we may get a tornado headed our way. Chances are. So of course there's always chances are. Okay, fine. But we have to be smart. So kind of keeping things into perspective, as in what is smart, what is connected to fear, and what's the realistic point. And kind of going in between and being realistic that, okay, I probably should have maybe a little bit of food. How about some water? Okay, if a tornado is coming, do I have a place to go? What is my plan? Where's my spouse at? Where's my boyfriend? Where's my dog? Making sure that at least we're wise, but not overboard, because then that goes into fear, and then all of a sudden we've lost perspective of it all. So it's really super important to keep in mind what is fear, what is real, and what is the illusion, and what is an emotion. Is there anger? Is it me just being upset? So please, just know sometimes fear can take a life of its own, and one little thing is turned into this big, massive issue that it really is still only this one little thing. Sometimes we just have to pull it back for a second and refocus and group, because if we're not careful, fear can take on different emotions. It can carry getting mad and getting angry and getting really super upset. It can cause us to be hurt and be sad. Sometimes fear can cause us to take it out on others, and that's not okay either. So please keep in mind, when you start going over to the fear area, it is the biggest grand illusion. It's not real. And fear can be wrapped up into so many things. Sometimes maybe like the news, the media, religion, family, our upbringing. Sometimes fear can get itself wrapped into and laced and webbed into so many areas of our life that sometimes taking a step back and really evaluating what is the fear, what is factual, and kind of just going in between and living your life in that space. But don't forget to ground, and don't forget to, even if you can go outside and clear and just really meditate and get centered, because you will find that can really help so much as far as gaining perspective in so many areas in our life. Because it really helps. I have to do it all the time, especially with speaking to so many people. It just really helps so that I don't take on and carry on or carry others' fears, because sometimes that can happen too. So blessings to you, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and jump over to fsmmay.life, and we have tons of free courses, free videos, lots of fun information. And don't forget to check out our psychic courses, that for a small fee you can also learn how you too can be psychic. So lots of free stuff over there. Check it out. And also, if you would like to book a reading, I'm now doing those. So we will chat soon, and blessings to you. Thank you.